The Jags choke and blow a 14-point lead in the first half, losing to the Miami Dolphins 17-20. We'll go into it. We'll cover the good, bad, and ugly right here on the Jaguar Podcast. What's up, everybody? It's Andrew coming back at you with another episode, and today we're doing game recap of the Jags versus Dolphins. The Jags unfortunately lose this one 17-20. The Jags were out ahead and playing really well offensively and defensively. They had their foot on the gas, and I don't know what they did in the second half. There was a turnover. Etienne fumbled. That was killer. And it just kind of went downhill from there. And then Miami runs away with it and wins with a field goal. But let's go into a quick scoring summary here. First quarter, 4 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock. Etienne punches it in for a 1-yard touchdown run. The Jags go up 7-0. Second quarter with 6:21 on the clock, left on the clock. Brian Thomas Jr., he catches a 14-yard touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. The Jags go up 14-0. This was a really nice play, by the way. Brian Thomas Jr. looked really good. Nice ball by Trevor, and just an excellent play. And then Miami would score with, I believe, 1 minute and 4 seconds on the clock. Devon Arcane runs it in. Score is now 14-7 Jacksonville. Cam Little would hit a field goal, a 53-yarder. Excellent job by him in this game to essentially make the score 17-7 Jags before the half. And then we go into third quarter. Tyreek Hill has a huge play, 80-yard touchdown catch from Tua with, I believe it was 2:08 on the clock. And Miami, catches up here, scores till 17-14 Jags. Etienne would have that fumble. And then the Dolphins would kick 2 field goals in the fourth quarter to tie it up 17-17. And then the second one would win the game for them 17-20. So yeah, tough game. Looking at some of the stats here, Trevor, he was 12 for 21, 162 yards, 1 touchdown. I thought he had a great game. I would give him a B+. Rushing, Jags, Tank Bigsby, he had 12 carries for 73 yards, had a really good game, man. He just came out of the gate running really well. I would give the running backs, minus Etienne's fumble, I would say I'd give him about a B-. The receiving core, there were some big drops by the receiving core, mainly Christian Kirk. He had 2 big drops there on third downs. But, Gabe Davis, he had a pretty good game, 3 receptions, 62 yards. Brian Thomas Jr. also had a touchdown there, like I said. The defense played pretty well for the most part. The defensive line did really well. Trayvon Walker had 2 sacks. Eric Armstead, who we signed from San Francisco in the offseason, he had a sack as well. So the D-line played pretty well. I'd give them about I'd give them an A, actually. I thought they did pretty well. Special teams was really good in this game. Cam Little hit a 53-yarder. And then, Logan Cook was just out of this world. I think he was averaging 50 yards a punt. He had 3 punts inside the 20. I give the special teams an A+ in this game. They did a great job. But, in order to win games, guys, you have to be able to do the basics. You have to be able to throw and catch and tackle and run the ball. And the Jags, I think they just broke down, man. They put the ball on the ground, and that was killer, man. That Etienne fumble was just really, really a backbreaker, because we kind of would have run away with the game after that. So the offensive line, I forgot to mention, I did mention them. They kind of had a good, first half and then kind of fell apart in the second half. So I give them probably like a C+, because Trevor took some sacks in the first half as well, and second half when we really needed to move the ball there. So the offensive line kind of left a lot to be desired, in my opinion. They just have to block better. But we came into this season with the same offensive line minus Mitch Morse, and look at us now. Got to be able to block. We're not going to be able to win games if we can't protect Trevor. So, need to do better on that front. The coaching and the play calling, oh my gosh, man. What happened in the second half? It's like we took our our foot off the gas. I just don't get it. Just really conservative play calling. I believe there was a 4th down in the 3rd quarter where we ran this play. We went for it on our own 32-yard line. It was just, I don't know what Doug Peterson was thinking. I don't know what the analytics were. Anyways, I mean, you don't go for it on your own 32. I think we were lucky enough to hold them to a field goal there, but it could have been much worse. So I don't know what was going on with the game plan there in the second half. But the play calling looked much different than the first half. So, yeah, hopefully the Jags bounce back from this. There were some good things. It wasn't all bad. I liked Brian Thomas Jr.'s performance. I thought he did really well. Trevor did a really good job. And the D-line did pretty well. The secondary, I forgot to mention them. They didn't do as well. They gave up some big plays. I will say that Jerry and Jones looked pretty good against rookie Jerry and Jones. We got drafted out of Florida State. He looked really good against Tyreek Hill, but Tyson Campbell would get hurt in this game. I believe he had a strained hamstring, so he's now on IR. And to top it off, or cherry on top rather, he got a defensive pass interference on the play. He got hurt. So kind of a mess on that front. I give the secondary a C+ in this game, but that's my recap for Jags versus Dolphins. Week 1, unfortunately, we don't pull away with the win, but hopefully we can, pull away with the win at home against Cleveland. I'll be doing a game preview for that. But how do you guys feel about this game? Let me know. Leave a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. If you'd like to support my work, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Hit that like button too. It always helps with the YouTube algorithm. I'm a podcast as well, so you can find me on all podcast platforms. If you could leave a review on the content or on, Apple Podcast, I'd really appreciate that. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time. Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. Subscribe to it. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.